Hello, welcome back. Messenger from Arkodos. I cordially invite everyone to join me, the coolest person in dogpiling Kapugahi. It would be very funny if they got owned, and I am much too humble to do it all on my own and take all the glory. So I share the glory with you, my fellow gamers. Also, if I lose, I'll spend every turn from then till my being out of the game sending out unhinged Nasuverse lore posts as all messages. You don't want that, you really don't want that. So I also sent a message to all the players in the game about Kapugahi this turn. I just didn't do a all message so that Kapugahi themselves wouldn't get it. And I basically just sent a message to everyone saying, yeah, Kapugahi has a massive Pearl Global up, and the next research target after that is Wish. So might be a player to think about attacking. So I guess if two people are sending out mass messages telling people to attack Kapugahi, that might have some kind of psychological impact on the other players in the game. I don't know. Although sometimes it has the reverse effect. People are like, oh look, everyone's worried about the other player, so I'll ignore them. We'll see though. Anyway, construction. We got it up to 5. I have slotted in yet another different target though. So 5 we can do some spells, but I'm not sure if we're going to cast many of them. I would like to cast Crusher Construction a bit though. Just get some Crushers for 2 Earth Gems. I mean, why not? The Crushers are kind of cool. There's probably a better spell, which is Improved Summon Gargoyles. I don't know, though. I don't know. Yeah. But it's there anyway. Actually, does this scale a Telistic Animate spell? No. Alright. Might do some Crushers, though. But yeah, I'm going to get Alteration first, because there's a Mist Form spell that requires fire, called Smoke Troops. So AoE 6 Mist Form. Probably a pretty good one to pick up while we can get it, because we can get it this turn. So it might be kind of good. There's some nice stuff in here, actually. Poison Fen for the whole battlefield is probably pretty useful. Fog of Slowness, I think, seems like a pretty good spell. It's just a lingering AoE 3 slow spell. Pretty small range, unfortunately. And there's a More of the Earth in here as well, which might be pretty good, although Kapugahi's Sacreds are all going to be ethereal, which I think are pretty resistant to it. Yeah, it's a nice little target anyway. We'll get that direction, other targets are the same. Did some spells. Saw some battles then. Looks like one of our neighbors is attacking someone who is not Kapugahi. This is Domeback attacking Argard. So that's on our west. Domeback has some really nice troops, huh? They're all robots. Events then Ebbis, we lost some techs, and Holberg, there was an assassination attempt on a priest by a large spider. Pretty scary. Spider is very large and also poisonous. Up against the big elephant priest. Alright then, there we go. So, this is for messages. Yeah, so Domeback attacking Argard. So that's over here now. I guess we'll ignore this still. This fort's pretty well defended, and there's some nice Dominion here, so it's free spawning quite a bit of stuff now, so the longer we go without getting attacked, the more defenders we have. So yep, ignore all this. Still just looking over here. Per Wadress, this player moved off our border again. I don't know why there's always just big stacks appearing here. That's fine though, he didn't get attacked, so we can go back to worrying about Kapugahi, who now has 230 units next to us. The army consists mainly of long dead, Tusked One staff champions, Lamias, pure masters, and imps. Several devils could also be seen flying over the army camp. Might be a good time to actually look at what Kapugahi does, huh? Let's go over now to Kapugahi Mu. Thanks, Gameplay Mew. So here's Kapugahi. Primate, Tusked Ones prefers cold. Light infantry and heavy infantry, champions, light tiger cavalry, sacred heavy infantry. Their magic is astral and some weak nature. Moderate forts, moderate priests, ice forts, and 1 magic sight in their cap. Nothing special about it though. So let's look at the units. We have some Markata spear champions. Pretty nice, you know, if you want some Markata. Doing some 2 damage sticks and stones. We have Venara champions, with a longbow at least. Cheap longbow unit with 10 morale, it's pretty good. And then a shortbow version. Okay. These are nice. We have some Bandar Maulers, Come with an Iron Cudgel. I mean, that hits pretty hard. 26 point of blunt damage. Their attack isn't too bad either. They got a patrol bonus. Not very much magic resistance though. We have some spear version of these guys. We have a Mauler version, 27 damage maul. Terrible stats, but their attack's decent enough to hit. So they're, you know, very cheap monkey units. Then we have the Pure Master. These guys have that big blast, gives them ethereal, and then they get the protection buff. Gets them to like 27 protection or something. So they're pretty good. Otherwise their stats are very average across the board. They do come with a chakram, which is cool. Yeah, and hit with a falchion. I mean, they're nice units. Built-in cold resistance. Yeah, the weakness seems to be magic resistance, and Kapugahi has magic skills, so it's going to be a bit lower, I think. So I think as long as we can just hit these guys with MR spells, that might be pretty good. Although it looks like they're summoning lots of skeletons and demons and stuff, so maybe not. We also have Vanara Champions. So monkeys riding tigers. 12 hit points, 14 defense, 9 magic resistance. I mean, not too worrying, even with 18 combat speed and 3 attacks. Then we have some elephants. Much better units. Look at these guys. Incredible. Very similar to our units, it looks like. 2 hit points, nice protection. Shield and a cuirass, big spear. Hitting for 25 points of piercing damage. Yep, very nice. Very expensive though, just like ours. And same for the staff champion, really. No shield. Hitting for 30 points of blunt damage. Yeah, I mean, you've got a nice kind of variety of stuff there. You've got a decent sacred, you've got some big chunky units, lots of cheap massable archers. Seems nice. Then we have one cap-only mage. Yeah, these are big astral casters, huh? We're gonna need to be careful about astral stuff. Need more magic resistance. I should look for a magic resistance buff. I started forging some amulets of anti-magic this turn for our thugs. But yeah, 325 gold, 4 rec points, gets you an S4 caster. Potentially S5. Pretty good. Outside of the cap we have S2 mages. So gonna be just lots of duplication of astral, but yeah. Guys come with a sacred pitcher. Throw some water on demons. Pretty cool. 200 gold mages though, I mean they're pretty nice, right? But that's it, that's all I really get. But then they've got extremely cheap S1s as well. 50 gold. And that's it. Other than that we've got an H2 priest, H1 priest, decent leader, and a scout. Alright, well, I mean these guys are just, you know, the Astral Nation. And since they have an Ethereal Blast, that means they also have a big Astral Pretender. Which again just suggests that their plan was to get up the big Pearl Global and then do Wish. Which makes sense. Wonder how they got all those skeletons and demons and stuff. Still got into Death and Blood somehow. Alright, well there's Kapugahi, Rune-Covered Vault. Let me know what you think. I'll hand you back now to Gameplay Mew. Great stuff as always, Kapugahi Mew. Anyway, here's the map now. Yeah, ignoring this section of the territory. Getting a temple down in Cormac though. Nice little luxury for this turn. Also going to move this priest over towards this side of our territory now. We'll stick a priest in Ergendorf and do some preaching there forever. Seems good to me. God is in Endron, doing some site searching. Be the last of these 3 provinces we search. Start moving down to some of these forests and stuff next. See what we find. Really hoping we get some nice sites in Endron. Haven't really found much over here. Very interesting that our best gem income so far is the paths we don't really have any access to. Although I was thinking since we hit construction 6 pretty soon, it's going to be like 3 turns. We do have some A1 mages. I might just start making bows of war every turn. Stick them on these priests we've got, why not? Gives them something to do. And down here just loading stuff into odd. I mean yeah, as soon as we can move, we'll just attack Kapugahi, I think, but I think they're attacking Orkodos, which is why he sent that message. But if they are, it's very strange, because I can see Orkodos here. So why is there a gigantic stack right next to us now? Unless they feel confident enough that they can attack Orkodos and me. I don't know. Seems like a weird place to put a stack. Might just be scared of me, but I don't know. I assume they're going to send something to go and attack Gol Armod because they have been trying to take it. But I don't know. I mean, our plans are still the same. We're just going to sit here till we look like we can move in and attack Kapugahi while they're busy. But at the moment, it does not look like they're busy. It looks like they're stacking up the border next to us. It's not ideal. We could attack through here and take some of this stuff to distract them and then just keep this defended. Which is probably what I'll end up doing if none of this stuff moves, because this isn't very lightly defended. And there's a cap down here we could try and take with a small force. So I'll load a small group of stuff into Hergendorf. We've got like a handful of elephants here at the moment, just going to Stasteland. I might just move them straight to Hergendorf though, to be honest. And I've got a dude summoning some salamanders. We can put together a little force and just start taking some of this stuff. While we just stack up here and defend. Might be fine. This stuff looks very threatening though, and it becomes a question of if we can actually successfully defend against this stuff or not. Pretty scary. But the guys who move to Blightlands to defend it this turn are going to move away. Don't need to be in this area as much now, so they can move back down. So these guys are going to head straight to that fortress, leaving behind the stuff that can't get there in one turn. I'm moving a mage to Blightlands this turn with some stuff to defend against the barbs, and they can pick up the stuff that's been left behind. So I'll make sure I do have some stuff staying in this fort, but yeah. Moving the big guys back to Ard. And also moving this stuff out of the cap straight to Ard as well. So this is all the MapNuke 14 plus stuff. Get there in one turn. The stuff that's a bit slower is being led by the mage. Gets there in 2 turns. But we have another E3 mage now who can move straight to Ard to take over Stone-Touched Magma Child summoning duty. So they can also bring 2 flying units with them. So stacking up a lot of stuff in Ard. Just not sure if it's quickly enough to end off this stuff, but I guess we'll see. That'll be fine. Also going to summon some Vine Men. We have an improved Vine Man summoning spell. 4 nature gems get you 41 plus 9 Vine Men. So hey, why not? Also going to do some Lionesses, because that only takes 1 gem. And gets you 9 of them. And lions aren't bad. That's in addition to some more salamanders. And I was going to do some more othernesses, but yeah, I started forging some anti-magic amulets instead. So getting 2 anti-magic amulets. Making a dwarven hammer to make some of this stuff a bit cheaper. Another charcoal shield. Some more boots of the messenger, and some more green dragon scale mail. I realize these guys currently, so in whatever they're fighting in currently, Heat 3, if these guys just have the green dragon scale mail and the boots of the messenger, plus our bless, that makes them fatigue neutral. So we could ditch the amulet of resilience, which is putting them up to 9, which is nice. If there's any fatigue effects going down in combat. But let's take a risk. We'll just become exactly fatigue neutral, and we'll replace that with an anti-magic amulet to get their magic resistance up. Currently in drain, so it's 17, but it's going to be 15, so anti-magic gets it to 19, which is okay. Might replace the horned helmet with a crown of lead as well. But I might just find a magic resistant buff in the spellbook and keep these guys in group battles. Might be better overall. Other than that, still not much happening. There's a little bit of recruitment that's been paid for already. Actually, you're not. Are you? Oh yeah, you've been paid for already. What about Ard? Ard's just getting a big guy and some units. And I think I'm getting one of these little guys again. Yeah, I'm going to try and get another Air Mage out that's just A1 from these Warrior Mages. Yeah, I'll get guys that can just make... We could make with 10 Air Gems a turn. At the moment, I alchemize some Air Gems every turn. But with 10 Air Gems a turn, we could just make an Eye of Aiming and a Bow of War every turn. Which isn't bad. If we put that on a mage, there's also that weird spell that... I'm not sure where it is, though, unfortunately. There's that spell we can cast. It just permanently gives you flaming arrows. Oh, it's in construction, yeah. So the fire mages can construct flaming weapons if they want and just permanently have flaming arrows as well, which would be quite funny. Only costs a gem. Might as well. That's the turn though. Yeah, we'll hit Alteration 4 this turn and then go back to getting the construction. Alright, anyway, gonna end turn. Oh, but that was turn 40, so thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Weird turn. We got some research in Alteration done though. So that gives us Smoke Troops, AoE 6 Mist form. Kind of nice. We also have a national spell in Fire. Fiery Warping Mist. Maybe this will be useful. AoE 19 plus 2 scaling AoE that lingers for 4 turns in a cloud. Damages armor, and also does, you know, some armor-gating damage. I don't think this will be an ongoing effect in the cloud, though. Though I could be wrong. But there we go. I also went and checked where the other spells are that we might need to use. They're both in enchantment and we have them. So at 5 we have Thunderfend. 5 chakras for the battlefield, might help us with Springhawks later on. And then there's also Natural Resistance at level 2, which is just AoE 5 anti-magic. That's the easiest access to magic resistance we have, I think. There is also anti-magic in the book, but it's at 8. It's a little bit late. So Natural Resistance might be our best bet at the moment. We did some summons. We found a Geyser in Endron as well, which is a Fire Gem and a Water Gem. Quite nice. And there was a Diaportent. So Bawar has stolen a global from Kapugahi. They have stolen the Otherworldly Commander's global, which is interesting. I'll look at the global list in a moment. We saw another battle between Domeback and Argard. So they're just moving in with some Flying Champions and Zots. I haven't seen any response yet. And then yeah, we had 3 battles this turn with Independence, well 2 and a loss. Blightlands the Barbarians attacked. Endron, an evil necromancer, is trying to drive his mortal enemy, a cunning animist, from the forest. And then Mighty Pillars we just lost. Is this one of those events that happens if you have no PD? I'm pretty sure I had PD here. Maybe I didn't have enough PD or something. Or no, it'll be that event that requires a unit in the province, right? I never do that. There's like province loss events you can prevent if you just have 1 unit in every province, but who can be bothered? So Blightlands first. Barbarians attacking us. It was only 50 though, which is pretty small as far as barbarian groups go, so we do okay. Some vine-weaving direwolves and some swarm clouds. And some elephants. To mention the weird things that should not be. So that goes okay, we keep hold of Blightlands. Lost a champion, but oh well. Probably one of the wounded ones. And then also Endron, so this is my fort. It's now been put under siege by a cunning necromancer. Escorted by some lizard long dead. Bit disappointing they kill the elephants. I guess they've got the 2 attacks. Yeah. Oh well. So there's Endron. We're under siege by an independent necromancer, unfortunately. And there we go. This player is still not back on our border, so that's good. Yeah, we're getting set up over here. It's nice now. Feel pretty strong. Just gonna get some more summons set up out of this fort, and then we'll start raiding, I think. And we'll just sit this giant stack here looking imposing so that he can't move anything here. That should be fine. So over here, this part of the world, still pretty safe. The exchange we saw was here, so it's right by Argard's cap. So yeah, that's very aggressive. Looks like he's gone around the edge. Taking his cap circle already. Kind of worrying if he's rolling over Argard that quickly, to be honest. His units are incredibly strong. We're just going to sit in our fort though. It's going to be a fortress next month. We almost have construction 6. I can make water bracelets. That's kind of useful because then these random water 1 mages we have can become water 2 mages. And then they can just do kidnids in the fortress every turn for 2 gems. Which is pretty nice on top of the stuff we already have. So that'll be good. We recruited a warrior mage this turn who's also water 1, so he's going to come down here to do the same thing once we can make the water bracelets. Not much going on besides that. I am getting down 2 temples this turn, getting very greedy for temples. So getting 1 in Roka, and also 1 in Bergamum, yeah. So 800 gold on temples this turn, but I'll try and get at least 1 every turn if I can, I think. So I'm not doing much mage recruitment or unit recruitment. I am still getting mages in these edge forts though. since it's kind of important. But the next few moves are still just putting stuff into this fort and into this fort. We'll make this as imposing as possible and just raid from here, I think. Should be okay. Might be able to take Sisyphos for free, which would be quite nice. We'll see what happens, though. A couple of things we have to do first, though. These guys are about to arrive in the fort, which is nice. And we're stepping up summons over here now. We've got lionesses, we've got salamanders, Prude Vinemen, Crusher Construction, Aware Othernesses, and Stone Touch Magma Children. Oh, also, yeah, here's the global list now. So this is the one that got stolen. Otherworldly Commanders now belongs to the pink player, who has lots of Good Fortune Peasants and Midas Touch, so yeah. Then I have Free Spawn Commanders as well. Probably also not good, but I'm just not worrying about this player just yet. But anyway, we're over here. Here's some of the summons I haven't looked at yet. So, just got a ton of Vinemen. I've showed off the Magma Children, but there they are again. Salamanders with the 20 encumbrance. Actually, didn't we summon Lionesses this turn? Yeah, we did. Did they end up in the garrison and I can't see? Oh, there they are at the front. How odd they ended up at the front. Wonder why that is. But there's the Lionesses as well. Yeah, I mean, this is a pretty hefty looking fort now. So that's all okay. Gonna send some stuff into Mighty Pillars to take this back from the militia who just randomly took it from us, so the stuff currently in this fort will just move out and then move back. And these will be the guys who start raiding, I think. And up here, the stuff that just defended the Blightlands can take back Endron from the Necromancer, so you got these guys breaking siege. Here's the Animist we got from that event as well. And then two guy, so they also do some Vinemen for us in this fort. Keep that safe. And he's actually an Ivy Lord, so he gets, I think that's one extra Vineman, which is pretty funny because the spell produces what, like 40 of them or something? Yeah, 41 plus 9 per level. But you know, he gets a +1 bonus to that, which is pretty huge. So that'll be nice. I'll also just quickly look at these guys as well. So this is the new equipment. So they have Encumbrance 4, Reinvigoration 4, so they're pretty vulnerable to fatigue effects still, but otherwise they'll be neutral. But they get up to 19 magic resist in enemy dominion. So it's a little bit safer at least. And then maybe we can slap that natural protection buff on them as well. Might be good. But that is how things look at the moment. Yeah, next few turns we'll start sending some stuff in from this direction, I think. We're going to have two nice mages here as well. We've got an E3 and an F3. Two Salamanders and potentially more Magma Children, but it's awkward because I'll probably do a few casts of it in Hergendorf. We don't have enough gems to do it in multiple places. But they are nice units. And when this guy gets down and gets his bracelet, I guess I could put him in this fort and do Kidnids there. Depends where we need more units. Now let's just move him for Holberg and we'll work that out in the future. But anyway, yeah, that's the turn currently. The things are still okay, you know. We had enough time to get this defended properly, so I'm not as worried about this border now, but just need to see what we can do aggressively, if anything. That was turn 41, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Hello, welcome back. Lots of summons as usual. We have a new summon, which is Crusher Construction. So I'll check out that in a second. Saw some battles then, another little exchange between Argod and Dongbak. Argod is rolling out a 281 unit stack to go and take back some of their provinces. These guys are pretty threatening. Bunch of size 1 units with composite bows and arbalests. It's a lot of projectiles. Can they damage an Iron Fly though? Actually, this guy doesn't have much protection, so maybe. Wait, oh, you're not an Ironfly, you're a dude on an Ironfly. You have a cap and a scale mail and a kite shield and stuff. Interesting. Well, whatever. There's the Argod army. Rolling back. We moved into Endron as well to get rid of a Necromancer, so that's fine. And the Mighty Pillars we took back from some militia. So we actually had the Salamanders getting some kills here. Let's see how well you do. It is just militia, but even so. Alright, pretty nice, you know, pretty impressive. What more can you ask for? It's a lot of fireflies. These guys do fatigue pretty quickly, but... yeah, there we go. Events then, Sleepy Wolds. One of our elephants got shrunken, which is quite funny. And Stastalons, we got 2 nature gems. Here's a little elephant now, size 4. We also had a scout get killed. Just going to show off what discovered him. This appears to be about 95 points of province defense. If the Discord is to be believed. Because I posted the report and said, what the hell? There's 371 units of PD plus 62 patrollers because, you know, you need that extra patrol strength. Kind of shocking. That is this province over here. So probably not going to be scouting that one. Or attacking that one, if I had to guess. But who knows? That's it for messages though. We have started losing some mages from disease now. A lot of these guys got diseased really early. This one's on 1 hit point, 6 hit points. Yeah. Fortress here got finished though, so that's nice. And that's it for messages. Some disturbing news from the Discord. I spoke to the player around here that I can't remember the name of. But the one who Kapugahi is currently at war with. And I said to them, how are things going? Can you hold off Kapugahi for a few turns while I try and attack them? And the answer to that is no, because they basically lost everything that they have this turn. They had 2 big losses. I'll put the reports up on the screen so you can inspect them. Neither of them is very good though. At least in one of them he managed to kill a bunch of pure masters, so that's something. But yeah, Kapugahi is probably going to swallow up that player's territory now. I'll just check what that player is called. This one. Arkodos, yeah. So Arkodos might get wiped out. I think they're around this area pretty quickly, which is not good. Kapugahi also spoke to me and asked me if I wanted to attack Bawor. And I just said no. But I also messaged Bawor and let them know that Kapugahi is trying to get people to attack him. So that hopefully Bawor will attack them instead. But we'll see what happens anyway. That's the Diplo stuff. In the world now, over and out, we do have a Crusher. That's not bad for what, 2 Earth Gems? They're pretty good. We have quite a few summons now who are mindless, who I'm hoping are resistant to Kapugahi's mind control spell. The rest of the guys will need some magic resistance though. 400 things in the garrison, and it's not all junk. There's a lot of Vine Men, but there's also a lot of othernesses and Magma Children. Some elephants in here. Pre-spawn. Lionesses. There's, you know, it's a lot of good stuff. This is just going to sit here, probably. I'll try and start raiding in the next turn or 2, though. We'll hit Construction 6 this turn, so we can make the last few big items if there's anything at 6 we want. And then I'll put together some sort of force in Hergendorf next turn. There's this stuff in the garrison currently. Moving this stuff in. I'll try and just start pushing units in. We'll see what we can do over the next few turns. My god's going to move to Mighty Pillars next to site search there. He will probably retire in Ard to give the bonus research to these guys. Might be a bit risky because this is very vulnerable. I imagine that if we start attacking Kapugahi, we're going to start getting hit by rituals. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. So next turn I'll probably put up some domes over this province if I can. I think we have at least 1 dome unlocked. Other movements, we have another water mage heading over here to become a Kidney caster one day, once we have water bracelets. We've got temples down this turn, so another temple down in Roka. Getting a temple down in Stastalon this turn. So we're filling out in temples, we've got quite a few over here now. There's 5 just in this little area, 4 more here, oh no, 6 here altogether. 1 in each fort here, and then yeah, 1 going down in Stastalon. It's not too bad now. We're up to Dominion 5 at least, which is cool. I also decided to just put all my provinces on 10 PD this turn, just to prepare for any remote ritual attacks, because there's a lot of spells that attack provinces attack everything there and then poof out of existence. So 10 might protect them a bit better from stuff like that if it's small. I guess we'll see though. Other than that, doing some usual summons. Also doing some forging this turn, I think. Yeah, some Amulet of Anti-Magic there. Need one of those, especially if we want to lead a commander out of here. Get their magic resistance up a bit. Could also get some mages recruited this turn too. Yeah, this one's paid for. This one's paid for. That's nice as well. I'm thinking of moving the N3s down towards the front line though, so that they can do that nature spell. We only have 3 N3s I can see over here. Another one here. I might just move these 3 down next turn. We'll see what we get though out of recruitment next turn. But anyway, that was turn 42, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.